Calling Team Warlocks. It is time to prove why the Space Wizard is the best class in Destiny 2. Also, I promise we are not becoming a Destiny 2 channel, but y'all watched and commented on our high stat armor guide. So while we're finishing up our Jedi Survivor review and our Redfall video, we wanted to make a quick guide on the Guardian game, since it only took me personally about 2 hours to really do everything you needed for the week. Aside from the farms, obviously, but it's not too long. So I was like, you know what, we'll make this, and if people seem to enjoy it, then great. If you don't enjoy this video, then I guess we'll stop doing this type of content. But you know, we like to do some guides and stuff here and there to help you out. What up, my fellow nerds? Town here, and subscribe to the channel so we can in turn make more shorts and videos for you that you can enjoy. If you enjoy the content, please leave a like and comment so we can please the almighty algorithm of YouTube. Otherwise, it's going to eat us for breakfast. We're not very tasty. If you don't like the video though, we encourage you to leave a dislike and let us know in the comments below how we can improve our content going forward. All right, enough beating around the bush, let's get to it. Guardian Games has returned again for 2023, and if you participated in the years beforehand, well, then you kind of already have an idea of what to do. That being said, there are a few small changes, and we here at 5-9 Direct wanted to give you some helpful tips and tricks when farming and weapon leveling. If you want to skip ahead over the basic stuff, please feel free to go ahead and check the timeline in the video, and you'll be able to find it. All right, let's get going. When you go over to the tower for the first time, you're going to notice it kind of resembles the Olympics a bit. This is the Guardian Games of Destiny 2. For the next 3 weeks, it's going to be all-out bloody class warfare. It's going to be all-out friendly competition with Warlocks, Titans, and Hunters, where everyone is having fun, a good time, and no drama will unfold whatsoever on blogs and social media. Right, everyone? So let's take a look at what kind of modes are available during this event, what all the cards and bounties mean, and then finally get into some tips and tricks to best maximize your time for farming weapons, scores, and prizes. Starting off, as you enter the tower, walk forward to talk to Eva of Levante, the grandma of Destiny 2. Talking to her will provide you with the quest called Best in Class. This will provide you with a class item, Bond for Warlock, Cape for the Hunter, and Mark for the Titan. Make sure you are wearing this when doing events for Guardian Games. You do not want to take this thing off. So, for example, if you change your class loadouts, don't forget to attach the class item back onto your Guardian again. When you get this class item, the Best in Class quest will go to the next step, asking you to pick up a Platinum or Contender card. Pretty easy step, as you can see on screen. Pick up whichever one you want for now. You can pick up one PvE and one PvP one, and we need to complete it now. Don't worry, later on we're going to talk about what are the best ones in our tips and tricks part of the video, but for now, just pick whichever one you want. Once you do that, the Contender card will have a random objective for you to complete. For example, get X amount of kills with certain weapons, or simply play X mode. Then, depending on which one you got, you will be rewarded with the Medallion when you complete it. There are Gold and Platinum Contender cards. Side note real quickly, the bounties you see after picking up your first card only give you XP and Bright Dust. Bright Dust is awesome as always, but don't feel bad if you miss out on a bounty for some reason or you don't pick it up on certain days. You're not missing out on extra medallions, which is gonna make your progress even slower. Now, the next step will be to complete an activity and earn the medallion. Make sure your class item is on. You have it on? Good. Now, you have two choices for which event you can do to complete this next step. You can pick the PvP Supremacy mode, which is basically like Kill Confirm from Call of Duty, or the PvE Recreational Playlist, which is a random strike from the game. Simply complete it and then return to the tower. When you talk to Eva again, this unlocks the competitive PvE strike playlist, which is similar to the recreational one, but it's only one particular strike each week. And there is scoring in this, which will help you get even more prizes. Bungie, can we just keep strike scoring in the game after this goes away? Seriously, you had it in Destiny 1. Why can't we have it in Destiny 2 like all the time? It's awesome. This also unlocks the Medallion case, which allows you to hold up to 5 bronze and 5 silver medallions, while only allowing you to hold up to 3 gold and 3 platinum medallions. In order to get more, you're going to need to deposit these medallions at the podium next to Eva. Depending on which medallions you deposit, you'll get more or less rewards. So, if you only deposit, say, 1 bronze medallion, then you'll usually get 1 random weapon. If it's a platinum medallion and say 2 golds, so all 3 go at the same time, then you can get way better drops. Doing this for the first time allows you to claim your first event challenge as well, which is next to the seasonal challenges that you see on screen. This allows you to then complete more challenges to finally get the title for Guardian Games. Now, if you don't care about the title, then you can skip over this completely. With that completed though, this will complete the Best in Class quest, and we need to move on to the next one now. With that quest finished, time to start farming the weapons. Go talk to Zavala, the Strike Bounty Guardian, and Shax, the PvP Bounty Guardian, and get the following quests. Zavala gives you the Shoot to Score quest, which asks you to get a score of 50k, which is a bronze score, in the competitive strike playlist found here at the tower at the top. Select the one with matchmaking, unless you have friends of course with you, and complete a run of it. After that, you will then be asked to get a silver, gold, and finally a platinum score, which is 175,000. Now, if you don't get 175,000 on your first run, that is okay. After completing the strike, go back to the tower and jump onto the flame platforms behind the podium. You will get a little symbol on your right shoulder. The color of said symbol will show you your current score. So if your score, for example, is 100k, then the color will be silver. Now, when you're in the strikes, you'll get a weapon boost due to your score. So for example, if you have a silver symbol on your shoulder, then you will see a little boost on the left side of the screen saying that. If you had gold, platinum, etc., it's all the same. This can help you get a better score when you do the strikes over again. We're going to talk about how to get that platinum score in just a second, so don't worry. Shax, on the other hand, gives you the Vying for Supremacy Quest. This one is pretty simple, actually. Simply go in and play the Supremacy PvP mode. You will not have to get a platinum score in one match, unlike the strike one. The points here for PvP stack, so just simply keep playing PvP until you get the platinum score. Once you do, return to the flame platforms at the tower behind the podium, and a symbol will appear on your left shoulder this time. This gives you ability energy regen for activities in Guardian games. Now, one thing to note about these scores will reset every Tuesday at reset, so next week you're gonna have to get these scores over again. But don't freak out, it's actually okay and actually kind of a good thing, because every time you claim those gold and platinum rewards, you get masterworked versions of the weapons. So you could actually get a really good god roll and it's already masterworked for you. So this will happen 3 times in total, basically. Now it's time to rinse and repeat. Get the contender cards from Eva, farm for medallions, turn those in, and get weapons to farm. Oh, duh, the weapons. Nice one, Talon. The weapons we are farming this year are the Tidal SMG from last year and the the scout rifle that looks like Hanjuri. This one is a light frame though, and it comes with some different perks. Okay, now that we've gone through all the info finished for how to complete everything, what is the best way to farm medallions, cards, and weapons? Well, let's go ahead and start with medallions. Like stated in the beginning of the video, you get contender cards from Eva. You can hold up to 2 at a time, 1 PvE and 1 PvP. The first few are gold cards. It literally says earn a gold medallion. So I'll refer to gold medallion cards as gold cards and platinum medallion cards as platinum cards. Makes it easier for me personally. When you're talking with Eva and you're on her little menu screen, from left to right, it goes as followed. Vanguard playlist, Crucible PvP, Gambit, seasonal content, so battlegrounds from the current season going on, and Neomuna. Then the platinum cards start at Trials, Nightfall Strikes, Raids, which gets progress from encounters. You don't have to complete a full raid. So most people are probably going to go to Shirochi, complete it 3 times, and boom, you're basically done. You don't have to complete the whole raid. So basically just pick up a couple of easy ones, complete them, and you're good to go. Neomuna also has a platinum one, but more requires for legendary campaign missions and other things like that, seasonal activities, but on legend difficulty, and finally, lost sectors. So you can pick up whichever one you want. Now, like stated before, these give you random objectives to complete and will give you a medallion when you complete it. If you don't like the objective that you see on that particular card, you can simply discard it and get a new one. It only costs 1,000 glimmer for gold or 1,500 for platinum, so pretty cheap. Now, here's the best farm that I have personally found. It may not be the fastest per se, but it's still pretty good, and it's not boring, like just doing one simple thing over and over and over and over again. I like to branch out a little bit. Grab the platinum card for Neomuna, and then grab a PvP one. I just grabbed the regular gold one, because Trials isn't around right now. The Neomuna one is really easy. Load up the Breakneck campaign mission on legendary difficulty, and get to the first checkpoints, where you're going to get a free rally flag. Now, go in, kill all the enemies except the wyvern. You know, the chicken. Finish all the enemies off, then let said chicken kill you. You will get sent back to the checkpoint, get full ammo again, and start over. This can be done pretty fast. Once the platinum card is complete, let's go over to PvP real quick and get that gold one done. After about a match or 2, maybe 3 depending on what happens, you're gonna get your gold medallion as well. Now we can go back to Eva and get those cards again and rinse and repeat. Not too bad for our farm. Plus, like I stated before, kind of allows you to do more than just simply one thing over and over again. I get really bored when doing stuff like that. That's one of the best medallion farms. Now, how about those weapons? Well, the weapons you get the medallions for simply depositing them at the podium in the tower. So simply take your medals, go up to the podium and deposit them. Especially those platinum ones. Platinum ones guarantee you the Guardian game weapons, the SMG and the Scouts. If you're putting bronze and silver ones in, then you're only going to get random rolls. You can have a chance to get them, but it's a pretty huge loot pool, so don't bet on it. Now, all you got to do is just keep doing this until you get the roll that you wanted. Remember, the Guardian games are around for 19 days, so I don't think you really need to really rush into this farm, but if you want to, by all means, go ahead. Another tip we wanted to give you was getting the platinum score in the competitive strikes. You will not get this on your first time through, or it's going to be a very low chance if you do, unless you're running with a couple of good fire teammates. However, remember those symbols that you get on your shoulders when completing the lower score ones? Well, once you get those are going to help you in getting a higher score when you try again. Also, try to get as many medals as you can in the strikes. You'll notice these medals popping up if you get things like multi-kills, a bunch of kills with grenades, getting a certain amount of enemy kills, etc. These will help you get even closer to getting that platinum score at the end of the strike run. Oh, and do these two things all the time. Number 1, take down all of the champions. Do not kill the bosses too fast. Can't tell you how many times I have seen Guardians take down the boss too fast, and they're like, why didn't we get the platinum reward? I wonder why, because you just left 3 champions to disappear and we don't get those points. The less champs that you get to kill means less points, and less points to receive at the end of the run means you don't get the platinum score. So, this week on Highway Strike on Neo Muno, don't kill the Tormentor at the beginning too fast. There are 2 unstoppable champions in this fight, but they only spawn after taking a certain amount of health from the Tormentor. If you kill him too fast, guess what? They'll disappear and they won't spawn. Number 2, don't just kill the champions unless they're in a weird place. I get it. Sometimes a champion is stuck in a weird place, up on a cliff. Maybe you can't reach it. Totally understandable. But try to do this for every champion or most of the champions that you fight. Get the champion down to a low amount of health, go up to him, emote next to it, only needs to be for about a second, make sure it shows up on the left side of the screen, then use a finisher. This gets you a lot of extra bonus points, plus some extra medals to get even more points for that end of score. Do this every time you do strikes for Guardian games. Your teammates will thank you, and you'll get platinum score every time, which will get you more medallions faster and more weapons and items. Sorry. Had to get off my chest. Had a lot of people when I was trying to do this today to be like, I'm just gonna speed run this. It's like, no, get the better ones. Do it. Now, one last little tip that we can give you is to take advantage of weapon level ups. As you know, the recent best farm for weapon progression was patched. Thanks, Bungie. But now with Guardian games, it's actually been increased when doing the Guardian game strikes or PvP. I ran the strike one time, and my raid auto rifle was at level 8 at 32%, while my trace rifle was at level 12 at 32%. After completing the strike, the auto rifle was at level 9 at 32%. I was using it a decent amount, taking down red bar enemies, so this kind of made sense. But I got a level increase, which is not a normal thing when doing normal strikes. And the trace rifle, which only took down maybe about 20 enemies or so if I had to take a wild guess, was at level 13 at 16%. So again, almost a full level increase, which is awesome. I've also heard playing one round of the PvP from the Guardians game playlist is also like 60% towards the weapons. And that's if you don't use it. So if you're using the weapon and you also get that, that's even faster right there. So get farming on those weapon levels. No need to do that boring Shuro Chi checkpoint in the raid or Grass of Avarice. I know we'll have to eventually do it after Guardians game leaves, but take advantage of this right now. It's absolutely worth it. And there we go. That is everything you're going to need to know for Guardian Games 2023, how to play, what to farm, and the best ways that we personally know. Plus, it gets you some extra tips for weapon leveling. If we miss anything though, let us know down in the comments below, whether it's a farm or a different method, and we will pin it down below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you enjoyed it, a like and a comment would be greatly appreciated. If you want to check out our armor guide, go ahead and check that out in the top right corner, and sub to the channel and ring the notification bell for the upcoming Redfall video and our Jedi Survivor video. I've been Talon with 5-9 Direct. Thank you so much everyone for stopping by, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Johnny.